which is, where are poor people supposed to live in the United States? Like, where are we supposed to put them?
The woods.
Well, actually, yeah, increasingly they might have to start camping because this is a series of stories. This one is from Reuters. Foreclosure abuse is rampant across the United States, according to experts. A report this week showing rampant foreclosure abuse in San Francisco reflects similar levels of lender fraud and faulty documentation across the United States. And this is the incredible part. So this audit of almost 400 foreclosures in San Francisco found that 84% of them appeared to be illegal.
Jesus.
So they are illegally kicking people out of their homes, which we knew, but we did not know how widespread the issue was. So some people might be like, how are they illegally foreclosing on people?
Right.
This is the story we were talking about a while ago with the robo-signature fraud dealies.
Right.
Which was when people were getting foreclosed on, but the bank couldn't produce the original deeds or anything like that.
They were like, it's somewhere.
Which happens when banks and these huge corporations like Goldman Sachs start dealing with derivatives and like taking a mortgage and splitting it up and selling it to other groups and other banks. They lose track of the paperwork when they do this because they got away with everything. So they were like, well, why do we need to slow it down and keep track of what we're doing?
Right.
So when homeowners are saying, well, where's the deed to my house now? Where's the original mortgage and stuff like that? Nobody can produce it. So it's illegal to kick people out of their homes. But the banks were sort of doing these robo-signing deals where they were bringing in people who weren't mortgage experts. They were bringing in, like, literally hiring people who were like hairdressers and stuff just to come in and start rubber stamping stuff. So at no point did anyone know where the paperwork actually was.
Do we go after the hairdressers? Right. Are they the problems?
So 84%, that is bananas. So that was one of the stories I wanted to bring up. So this is one level where poor people are getting fucked because they're getting kicked out of their homes. So at that point, poor people are told to go rent, right?
Right.
You can't afford your own home, go rent. So this is from baycitizen.org. Thousands of people are expected to become rich in the latest Bay Area tech boom. And in San Francisco, these newly minted millionaires will receive a benefit originally meant to help the poor and working class, rent control. So now these like billionaires and millionaires are scooping up these homes that are rent controlled that were originally intended for poor people because rent control doesn't mean your rent never goes up. Rent control means your rent goes up every year, but it can't skyrocket. It can't go up like hundreds of dollars.
Right.
So now these poor people can't even get access to buildings to rent. So Huffington Post follows up on this. America's poorest people are running out of places to live, according to a survey. In every state in the country, there are poor people looking for cheap rental housing, and in every state, there aren't enough units available, according to a report released Wednesday by the National Low Income Housing Coalition, a nonprofit organization. So here's what's happening in America right now. People are getting kicked out of their homes with these robo-signings that are illegal.
Right.
The government's doing nothing to stop it right now. They cannot find places to rent because of stuff like, rent control going to billionaires.
Right.
And there aren't enough units available. So where are poor people supposed to go in the United States?
The woods. Were you not listening to me? We could have saved like 10 minutes. The woods.
Well, who's going to give them the tents?
They don't need tents.
Jamie,
they make
they're
them
supposed to go
out
sit
of
out of
leaves.
You don't know how to camp, do you?
You put leaves on your head, and that protects you from the rain. And you eat each other.
You are describing a Lord of the Flies type situation.
What is that? Is that what happens? Is that a book?
It's a book. It was also a terrible movie.
Sounds like a good idea.
Nope, it was.
That's why they made a book about it, Allison. If it was such a bad idea, hey, Allison, I want to write a book. What's the worst idea you can think of? Okay, let's write a book about that. No, wrong. What happens is, hey, that's a really good idea. Somebody should make a book about it. Thank you. Case closed.